Hello everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to the Road to Glory career mode. I hope you're all doing well. We have got a phenomenal episode for you to enjoy today. 4 games coming your way, including the eagerly awaited first leg against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. And a little bit of Lopez magic sprinkled in there as well to look forward to. So, welcome as well to a double upload Sunday. We've got this going live at 4 p.m. and then a My Player Career mode a bit later at 6 p.m. tonight. So if you could hit a like rating on this video, that would be massively appreciated. You lot are legends. You normally smash it anyway. So thank you, as always, for your continued support. But we start the day off then with a game against Colchester. And looking at their starting 11, I like to see a 4-4-2. I'm a big fan of the old-fashioned 4-4-2. I haven't really played it any time in my series, though. I usually stick to 4-2-3-1s or 4-3-3s, but I might try and get a 4-4-2 going at some point. But the game itself did not lack entertainment. There were goals galore in this game. 8 minutes in, Riera scoring from a corner, and we were thinking that this is going to be the dream start to the day. But Colchester had other ideas. You might remember as well, Colchester came up with us last year. They're actually having a decent season, so this game wasn't going to be easy by any means, but a bit of a defensive mix-up inside our own penalty area led to them getting an equalising goal. Originally, it was a good save by Cook, who'd come into the team ahead of Mitov. I'm not 100% sure about Mitov, so I wanted to give Cook the run out and see how he would get on. He didn't play badly at all, but yeah, it was 1-1 in the game, and Cowan Hall had a great performance for Colchester. Let me just say that. He laid this ball on a plate, and it was a fine finish, actually, to give them the lead. But defensively, again, by us, we left a lot to be desired, really. James giving them the lead there to make it 2-1. And just before half-time, Cowan Hall got himself on the score sheet. We, again, didn't defend very well at all, and there was the finish. So Colchester were 3-1 up going into the break, and they made a questionable decision. Half-time, they took off Cowan Hall, so there was me thinking that this is a way back into the game for us. In fact, it wasn't 3-1 at half-time. I forgot about this. I thought we got a goal back just after we come out, but it was actually just in front of the half-time whistle. Diego Lopez, who hadn't played his finest game, got himself on the score sheet, tapping home from close range. So 3-2. Lifeline coming into the second half. And as I mentioned, Cowan Hall did actually get substituted off. So there was a little bit of me that felt like that was a bit of a blessing for us because he was having a great game. And I think that was down to the fact that Colchester might have been keeping one eye on their next game. But they probably got ahead of themselves thinking that, because this game is still there to be won. As we tried to get back on level terms. Carl Winchester bearing down on goal. Couldn't find the finish. It was a good save, though, by the Colchester goalkeeper, but you'd expect Winchester to finish that one off. And we were made to pay for our missed chance because with 20 minutes to play, they found a 4th goal. And Rawson, who has been pretty, good for us this year, he's been one of our standout performers, I should say. He completely missed the cross. And, yeah, it was turned in from close range. So we'd spent this time trying to get back into the game, and unfortunately, we conceded a 4th and went on to lose by 4-2. So fair play Colchester, because they battered us in that game, and they deserved the win. And for a team that aren't up there, but also aren't down the bottom half of the table, you'd expect us to sort of win these games. I knew it wasn't going to be easy coming into kickoff, but that was a bit of a wake-up call, I guess you could say, especially with that Manchester United game coming up, because we have to be good in that game if we want to even remotely have a chance. And playing like we did there against Colchester, we will get battered by United later on. So definite need of improvement. Burton Albion, I decided to sim it. We won the game. And following that, we had our last post-con match of the day against Fleetwood Town. Following this as well, it's a top 2 clash. We've got Wigan coming up. So that's going to be a cracking game, hopefully. But Fleetwood Town, there's their starting 11 for us. It was pretty much unchanged. And a game we just never started. And there was one thing that I wanted to see from us, and that was a response to that Colchester defeat. I wanted us to really try and put the pressure on. In reality, that didn't happen. Like, we had a couple of chances here and there, but we never really got going. We never got out of second gear in this game. I mean, you can see as well, the team we named was extremely strong. And it's a team that should create good opportunities to score goals. Mason Greenwood, Lopez, these are 2 arguable Premier League quality players, or at least lower end Premier League quality players. But Fleetwood had the best chance of the first half an hour, striking from the edge of the area over the top of the crossbar. And with a minute to go until half time, as you can see, Lopez trying to open up the space, the bit of trickery, does send Greenwood away. He fakes shots, then has the curling effort, which goes narrowly wide of the bottom corner. And that's what I meant when I was talking about us having the response. We didn't start in the first half, and it took us until 2 minutes until the full-time whistle. I thought we'd stolen the points here. Greenwood does ever so well to lay this across. Canadell has to score, but his snapshot was saved by the goalkeeper. Full-time, Fleetwood 0, Forest Green Rovers 0. A point picked up out of a possible 6, and the episode only gets harder from here on out. So let's see what happens with the rest of today's video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, we slip out of first place, but it's fine because we've got to play Wigan next, and they're the team who have taken top spot off of us. We weren't helped by the earlier result. Let's see how Wigan have been getting on in the recent games, though, because they might be coming into this, well, 2-0 win against Blackpool there. I know they said Blackburn, but it's Blackpool. Colchester beat us 4-2 earlier. That's the result I was talking about. And then, where were their other games? Am I just missing it? Well, they're on a bit of a roll at Wigan, so that's why they're top. We've lost 2, they've lost 1. It's the top 2 teams. There's 1 goal difference in it. So this is a pretty tough game for us. Added to the fact, we also have a press conference to do before it. So let me go hype the team up, and then I'll be back for the game itself. And so here we go then. Wigan's 11 on the screen. We'll see what formation they're playing right now. It's a 4-4-1-1. So they've got a couple of players in there to be wary of. Lowe on the right wing, and Windass as well, just playing in behind the striker. For us, I would call it our full-strength 11. There is a couple of players that might be able to get in that full-strength 11 who aren't starting the game. But ultimately, this is what we have gone with. Mitov in goal. Mitchell, Rawson, Jose Antonio and Mills in the back 4. Winchester, Lacerda and Lopez as the midfield 3. Saka, Guruzeta and Curtis lead the front 3. Of course, we could bring in Mason Greenwood. He could be considered a starter in our team. Along 2 could be McGinley as well instead of Jose Antonio. But we've given the nod to the young Spanish centre-back, who is 1 bucking away, actually, from a suspension as well. So he needs to be careful today. Won't want to get him suspended with the fixture congestion we've got coming up. But it'll be Wigan who get us underway for the tale of the top 2, the clash of the top 2. The spot at the top is available to be taken. Who will have it come the end of 90 minutes? If we fail to win, it's Wigan, because they only have to draw or win the game, and they're still top. Saka to the feet of Lacerda. Now we'll find Lopez. 12 minutes in, looking for the first chance of the game. Diego Lopez. He's normally at the heart of everything Forest Green. Lovely move there by Guruzeta. Great challenge, though, in the box from their number 3. There was a pass on out wide towards Saka. Lopez instead choosing to try and work the shooting opportunity himself. And now Monchine is through. Rawson with a bit of defending to do. And he's done it well. In the early stages here, though, end-to-end stuff. Neither side with a chance, though, to show just yet. Here is low ball through for Monchine. And he's hit the post. Close there for Wigan. Is it Monchine? I'm not actually sure. But one of the players we highlighted before kickoff, Low, on this right-hand side, fed the ball through. And it's off the woodwork as Wigan certainly up for the fight here. And they're making that known to us. We're going to try and play this out towards Mitchell, who's done well there to bring it down. Can find Saka. Put under so much pressure, though, as soon as he had the ball under control. And now Naismith trying to work a chance through. Good defending Mitchell. Windass's cross. Rawson forced to put it behind for a corner ball. We're yet to see a shot on target. Wigan now then with a corner, though, to try and change that. It's sent into our penalty area. The header is good by Thiago Martins. But it's not quite enough to find the target. He got a lot of power behind it. Didn't quite have the accuracy. And it's just wide. But all the questions right now coming from Wigan Athletic. We haven't really been in the game thus far, and we need to try and change that. Lopez has had such a quiet first half. Really haven't seen him too much. Here is Diego Lopez now then. You can see, though, as he's fed the ball to Guruzeta, not a lot behind the pass. Guruzeta back towards Lopez. A little bit of trickery to open up the space, maybe. Lopez trying to work the chance for the shooting opportunity, which he's done! Oh, it's magical from Diego Lopez! This kid! What a goal! There's not many players in League One that would even take that on, let alone be able to do it. But he's done both. It's the trickery there. The space really isn't there for him to hit it. What a goal that is! We've seen it how many times before? Oh, Lopez, I swear, he has all the ability and the attributes to make it into the Hall of Fame on my career modes on this channel. The likes that Diego Canadell and Diego Lopez has there, that Riera Canadell showed, that Ollie Hill showed. He's got all those attributes. If he stays with us throughout the entirety of this series, he will make it in the Hall of Fame. But Lopez doing Lopez things again. Now sends Guruzzetta in. Good control. Guruzetta's gone all the way back, though, to Winchester. That wasn't what we were hoping to try and do. The pass was supposed to go into the centre. Mills, though, will send the cross in. Lopez! Oh, if that goes in. If that goes in, that would have been insane. I saw him setting up for it, and he isn't far away at all. In fact, we might even have to make a substitution here for Diego Lopez, because we have got a lot of games coming up, and as you can see, his stamina bar is looking a little bit low, so we will bring him off. He's had a great game here. Let's bring on Adams, and also Mason Greenwood can come on for Guruzzetta too. And I think I might even throw Ollie White or Mondal. Which of the two do we want to play? I might just throw Ollie White on at cam and use the skill moves to try and open up some space and drop Adams a bit deeper like that. I would have put Mondal on purely for the pace. He has the advantage, but I feel like on the ball, dribbling and such, we're probably better off with Ollie White. Winchester towards Ollie White. Little bit of trickery. Now looking for Mason Greenwood. He finds him well. Greenwood's drag back is good. Now he comes for Winchester to Saka. The movement is brilliant. Saka across. And there's the second goal. Ollie White at the back post to fire it home. Wigan 0. Forest Green Rovers 2. It's two academy players who's got us the 3 points here. But credit the work of Bukayo Saka on that right-hand side. He knew where Ollie White was and put it into that area. And it was such a nice move for us to get the chance as well. Now, the question is, we played Colchester earlier. We got battered in that game. And in fairness, Colchester are not having a bad season by any means. They're sort of mid-table at the moment, but we're playing against the team at the top. They've taken top spot offers, and today we have been brilliant. But I feel like whenever we play against teams that I guess we're slightly underdogs in, the likes of the Cup and such, we always rise to the occasion. So that could be the reason why we played so well here today, but not as well against Colchester in the earlier game. Or maybe we just had an off day, I don't know. But 3 minutes to go here, and the points are ours. 30 seconds to play. Adams in possession. There's a lot of bodies back here, though, for Wigan. Winchester towards Ollie White. Opens up the space well. Can he find the turn? Not quite. Should have just hit the shot on the right foot, I think. But full time. Wigan 0. Forest Green Rovers 2. It's a performance that sends us back top of League One. But with teams in and around us as well, we're not guaranteed automatic promotion this season, although we did start the year off really well. There is only, I think, 7 or 8 points now to the team in third place. So we still have a massive job on our hands. And we've still been in the Carabao Cup as well. The Manchester United fixture, as mouth-watering as it is for us, we are close to the final. If we get there, fantastic. But at the same time, we don't want to risk injury or anything like that. So let's hope we get through those semi-final games without any injuries. Looking through our youth academy, I've come across a player to promote. Christopher Friis, is that how you say it? If there's any Danish fans, that I'd be much appreciated if you could tell me how I actually say his name. But he's 75 to 94 potential. Centre forward, 55 rated. I'm more interested to see what his weak foot and skill moves is. If he's got a 5-star weak foot as a striker, that would be phenomenal. So we'll promote him and quickly check him out. We've got a cup game in the FA Cup against Millwall coming up, but I'm going to be honest, I'm going to sim that game. With us going as far as we have in the Carabao Cup, I'm not too interested in going on a mazy FA Cup run as well, because we don't need the extra games, especially if it might, you know, harm our league season. If we were sort of mid-table in League One, I'd go for this, but because we're not, and I don't, as you can see, I mean, Lopez is not fit enough to start. Mitchell's injured, for example, so we'll go with that team. We'll sim the game, and then we'll play our first leg against Manchester United to end off today, because that is coming up pretty soon. And Friis, oh, it's skill moves, not weak foot. I thought we actually had a 5-star weak. I mean, 5-star, 3-star is still very good. Pace is decent as well for a striker. I mean, he could be good to train, you know. We've also got Orellana as well. He's 4-star weak foot. And we've got Alic, who's a 4-star weak foot. So we've got a few top quality, you know, youth academy players coming through. It's just about training, like, players up, because I don't want to train loads and loads. Laquerda's growing pretty nicely. I mean, Jose Antonio, as a centre-back, has a 5-star weak foot. I feel like he could be one of the defenders that just go through the entire series with us. You know what? I might start training Jose Antonio up. because if we get his passing to a good start, his defending as well, we could actually get into like a 70 rated centre-back already by the end of the season, which would be amazing to have in the Championship. So that could be our game plan. Right now, we're training Lacerda. We're also training Guruzeta. So I feel like Jose Antonio will be the player that we train up next. So, Millwall at home in the FA Cup. I've not played any FA Cup rounds, I don't believe, up until this point. I've been simming them. No! It started my main team. No! You literally saw me change it. Well, we're out anyway. Oh, I hope Lopez can start against Man United now. You guys saw me change to my second team. I highlighted it. So why did it do that? Here we go then. At Old Trafford for the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. I'll show you the sliders, as always. These are the settings that we are currently playing with in the series, and they remain the same. On our side, everything at 50. You might notice there's a couple of changes for us. Mondal in on the right wing. We've got Williams up front. We've also got Shepherd in at right back. Mitchell's injured, can't play. McGinley in at centre back. Jose Antonio suspended, can't play. So the side is a bit injury hit and a little bit not what I wanted to see. Also, Mason Greenwood. Now, the ruling is if we got permission from Manchester United for him to play, he would have been allowed. I'm going to treat it like we haven't. So, Mason Greenwood will not feature in the two semi-final games we've got against Manchester United, which is a bit frustrating. So, Williams starts up front. It's a big night for him tonight. Guruzeta is on the bench, but not quite fully fit. Lopez has to start and does. Is that Andros Townsend for Manchester United on the left-hand side there? This is going to be interesting to see what kind of team they put out. Do they value us as an opponent? Hence, they will name a strong team. Because we've been knocking out Premier League opposition before. So, I suppose this time they have got two legs. So, they could fall back on a second leg if they need to. But we'll see what their team looks like when we're in game. Man United starting 11 is here on the screen. Ziyech in behind Rashford. Townsend on the right. Dan James on the left. Tuanzebe captains the side. Interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a semi-strong Man United side. A couple of players there that are not necessarily their best, but they've still named a pretty decent side. And one day, we'll get to play again at Old Trafford in the Prem, hopefully. But for tonight, we're playing him in the Carabao Cup semi-final. You saw our team on the bench. We've got Denny Alic, signed from the free agents. Bukayo Saka, as mentioned, as well. We've got Guruzeta, should we need to bring him on. So a couple of familiar faces in with some new ones there as well for fresh legs if we need to. But it's a big night for a lot of those boys out there. A lot of them won't have ever been in this position. In fact, none of them, I realistically think, won't have been in this position before at a semi-final of the Carabao Cup. But they find themselves there tonight. We're playing at Old Trafford. And what a prospect of a game this is. Manchester United take on little Forest Green Rovers. Nobody would have given us the expectation of reaching the Carabao Cup semi-final. But we're here and we're ready to play. Man United, it won't be easy. George Williams off towards Ronan Curtis. 9 minutes in. Williams gives him the run back down the line. Expect a lot of possession tonight for United. But they will have their moments where they've got to defend as well. And they've dealt with the first piece of danger pretty well. Not a lot to really worry about them. But Mills, always willing to battle for the club is Mills. I'm not sure whether or not he'll be here next season, but he does give a lot for this team, which makes me think I should just re-sign him again. Lacerda looking for the run of Lopez. Smalling gets the challenge. Referee says he gets the ball, and he is right. There was a strong touch on the ball. Lopez did go down in the box, but to give a penalty for that, it would have been very, very harsh. As Ziyech now trying to give some inspiration to the home side. Townsend down the line for the on-running Semedo. Semedo's delivery. Mitov needs to come out. Didn't catch it, but he's got enough to punch it, and Mondal now can help it on its way. And again, they look to attack down this left-hand side with Dan James this time. Now he gets the cross in again, and ahead of Mitov is Hakim Ziyech, and it's Manchester United who struck first. Mitov, I've mentioned it before, there's times when he comes out to collect crosses that he should catch, and he punches them. And again, he's come here to punch it, and this time, it's cost us. Ziyech gets in ahead of him. Oh, that's frustrating. If he's going to come for crosses, he's got to get there. I feel like there's an area which needs strengthening ahead of next season. It is going to be the goalkeeping position. We've got Cook, who's come through, but I'm a little bit concerned with Cook's height. I think he's 6'1". Mitov is the perfect height, 6'7", but he just makes questionable decisions. And Manchester United won at Forest Green Rovers 0. 40 minutes into the game. There's not been a lot for us to defend, really. And most of the crosses into our box have been dealt with, but that one has found its way into the back of the net. Now then, are we looking for a response? Williams through towards Mondal. This could be the response that we wanted. Immediately after conceding, Mondal across. Semedo gets there. Lacerda towards Winchester. We've got seconds left of the first half. Winchester to Mondal. And he's got past the challenge there. Mondal bearing down on goal. Williams for the tap-in. Manchester United won. Forest Green Rovers won. Williams doesn't know what to do with himself. He second-guessed his celebration. Lopez is in there as well celebrating. He loves it, does Diego. And Manchester United, who took the lead, they will claim that the referee's whistle should have come. He plays a great advantage there. Mondal squares it. George Williams, we said it was a big night for the number 10. And he's got a goal at Old Trafford. 1-1. Game on. Oh, great work by Saka as we get the second half underway as he's trying to find the ball into the box. It's cut out. It's a corner ball. We were forced into a change at half-time. Unfortunately, Diego Lopez has gone off. He sustained a slight knock. So I'm not taking any sort of risk there. And George Williams drops into Cam. On comes Bukayo Saka. He goes out wide and Ronan Curtis is now up front. Saka will take the resulting corner. Just like to say as well as he sends it in, that both teams in that first half only having one shot apiece and they were the goals. That is brilliant by Rawson as he helps it back into the centre. Cleared away by a Manchester United head. But yeah, clinical as you'd like for both clubs. Shepherd now to Williams. Helps it on its way to Winchester. Oh, he's giving it away. Not the pass you want to see. 28 minutes to play here. Another change for us. It's a debut for Alic. He's come on up front, which means Curtis has now gone back out wide and Mondal has left the field of play. So this could be the dream introduction for Alic if he can score a goal at Old Trafford. I thought about bringing on Guruzzetta, but we brought on fresh legs instead. Guruzzetta not quite fully fit, but still could come on during the game. We have got another change available to us. As Mills collects possession, now Williams into the feet of Alic for his first touch. Lays it back to George Williams into the penalty area. Williams hits the shot. David De Gea with the smart save. And it was needed as well. I will say, that wasn't actually meant to be a shot with George Williams. I was looking for the ball across towards the back post. There was a Forest Green Rovers player running in. Instead, though, the cutback was so bad, it nearly went in. Fred in possession for United. They've had a lot of the ball, which is a recurring theme in the cup run for us. As that pass runs out of play. We've given as good as we've got here. We can be proud of whatever happens during the game. But with 19 minutes left in this one, part of me wants to go for it because we have actually been pretty good here. Mills sends it down the line. What a ball that is to Curtis. But there's nobody in the box. We need the support. Curtis, though, calmly does it. Now to the near post. Oh, Ronan Curtis has crept one in. Manchester United are behind. I didn't actually think that had gone in. I thought he actually put it wide. Look at that. No way have we just taken the lead at Old Trafford. I mean, it's poor defending by Semedo, but here, Curtis has no right to score that. What a signing he has been. A free transfer from Portsmouth. I nearly lost my voice by celebrating that. I can't believe this. We are in front at Old Trafford. You saw the slider settings. You saw ultimate difficulty. I'm telling you, whenever we play against a team that should be the favourites, we rise to the occasion. Now, though, Dan James into the feet of Oscar, who tries to hit the shot. McGinley will block it behind. 7 minutes left. We do have one more change, and I am going to make it. Adams is coming on, and Lacerda is going off. But what a performance it's been from us. Even if we draw the game, that is still sensational. Saigankov to take the resulting corner into the box. It goes. Rashford gets there. And he's put it wide. He's put it wide. Big chance for Manchester United, falling to the man you'd want it to. Marcus Rashford. He's not far away, though, from finding the net. Mitov certainly didn't have it covered. 6 minutes left. A minute to play here, and anywhere will do for us, as that is going to be it. From Old Trafford, Manchester United 1, Forest Green Rovers 2. The people in Nailsworth will be having a party, regardless of the result in the second leg. I cannot believe we've come to Old Trafford and we've actually given as good as we've got in that game. We didn't dominate, but we certainly did not look out of place. We have the advantage going into the second leg. What do we do in that game? Sit back, hold on. We went behind here, Ziyech scoring first, but the turnaround was done. We can't be prouder than the way the boys have played there. Lopez only featured for 45 minutes as well. Look at that. 2 shots, 2 goals. Clinical from Forest Green tonight. And look at where the shots were from as well. You got Curtis shooting from very, very close range. And also the other goal scorer, George Williams. So, yeah, you can see we're not really just hitting it from distance and hoping. Whereas United tonight, wait, they had a shot from the halfway line? I'm not sure about that. But their shots in and around the penalty area, they just weren't good enough in front of goal tonight. You have to be clinical. We only had 2 efforts. We took both of them. I'm not going to do the post-match interview. I've stopped kind of doing them because the questions are always the same. But that moves us on then, and that will be the end of today's video. A massive thank you for watching. What a day it's been. We started off with a poor performance against Colchester. And off the basis of that game, I was worried heading into the Manchester United game. But whenever we come up against a big team, we rise to the occasion, and we did exactly that there. But question is, what do we do going into the second leg of that game? Because everything in us is now saying we should sit back. Now we have the lead, but I feel like if we do that, we're just going to be there for the picking and whatnot. And Manchester United have an easy job of stopping us. Diego Lopez, 14 goals in 25 games from Cam is insane. He's also got 7 assists as well. I swear, this kid is going to be in the Hall of Fame for my channel. It's going to happen, isn't it? He's going to captain us in a Champions League final one day. I feel it in my bones. But nevertheless, a massive thank you for watching. If you are new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. I'll take a quick look at the league table before we go today. I'm not even sure if I've done my outro correctly today, but it's just been that sort of day where things have just fallen into place for us. So back to the top of League 1. 5-point gap over Luton. So it's still not set in stone. As I said, I don't want to sacrifice the league season for us going on an FA Cup run. And now we're out of it. We haven't got to. But for the Carabao Cup, ladies and gentlemen, you have to tune in next time out to see what happens over at our place as we welcome Manchester United. Everton smashed Southampton in their first leg. So most likely, Everton are through to the final. It's going to be one of us or Manchester United, and we're so, so close. Until next time, have a great day, have a great evening. If you haven't already as well, before I go, check out the descriptions for... just the description, for my Twitch and my Twitter, my social links. I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch next weekend or on the Saturday as a tester stream to make sure everything is working and whatnot. And then we'll be streaming over there a lot more often. And also on Twitter as well to share my thoughts and whatnot and keep up to date with me. But yeah, until next time, have a great day, have a great evening. And I'll catch you all again soon. Adios!